Good morning, Chad. The Nasdaq is currently gapped down around 115 points from yesterday's close at 24,901. ES is currently above the volume weighted average price, the VWAP, above the 200 simple day moving average, 200 SMA, and above the 100 MA 100-day moving average. RSI for the ES 1 minute relative strength index is at neutral territory, below the MA inside of it, below the moving average inside of it. The Williams R 120 day for the ES 1 minute is still a little ball, getting to neutral territory. We did have quite a sell-off over the government shutdown at 12 a.m. last night. That's a little interesting. We're also at the trend line down here. NQ futures are currently down 0.5% to start the day. We're at the low of this trend line right here. High of the trend line. We'll see. I think we're going to want to swipe and at least liquidity sweep this. But we also had, so the governmental shutdowns means possible more layoffs, and then the ADP employment change came in very negative. So what does that mean? It means the Federal Reserve, is more likely to cut interest rates. Bitcoin is currently up 2.2%, but the real decider will be on October 3rd when we have the private farm payrolls, etc., etc. Bitcoin's currently up 2.2%. Ethereum's up 3.3%. Solana is up 5% today. XRP is up 3.55%. Doge is up 4.2%. We have a lot of news to get into. Let's look at silver to start. NQ 30 minute is above the VWAP volume weighted average price, above the 200-day simple moving average, below the 100-day moving average, and we are gapped down 115 points again. The relative strength index for the NQ 30 minute chart is at neutral territory, above the MA though, and the Williams R 120 day is a little oversold, kind of at neutral territory, so it could go either way. Let's do gold. Gold having a little bit of a pullback from the high of 3,923. It's currently at 3,897 an ounce. Silver is having a good run, but gold is up 0.65% for the day. Silver is up 1.6%, sitting at $47.40 an ounce. That $52 price target is looking pretty good, even with that potential Israel-Gaza ceasefire, with all the Muslim nations signing up to it. So that's likely to happen, but it's dependent on Hamas's approval. So we'll see. Let's get into the docket for today. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, Chaos. I don't even know the future contract value of gold or silver. Good morning and a successful day. Appreciate it, Chaos. You as well. Okay. So we had news at 7 a.m. First of all, US MBA mortgage applications came in very negative 12.7%. Previously, they were 0.6%. So not a lot of people buying homes, aka US MBA 30-year mortgage rate upticked a little bit. Previously, they were at 6.34%. Now they're saying at 6.46%. Now, this is the big news. US ADP employment change, very negative. They were expected to come out at 50.5K positive. They came out at negative 32K. But that just gives more calls for the Fed to stick to the 2 interest rate cuts this year, which will boom the market. So we'll see. This governmental shutdown equals more job loss, equals more Fed potentiality for a rate cut. All propping up. But in the short term, it'll mean volatility both directions. 9:45 a.m. today, 15 minutes in the market open, 15-minute range. US S&P manufacturing PMI final. 10 a.m. US ISM manufacturing PMI. 10 a.m. as well, US House Speaker Johnson speaking. Then US ISM MFG prices paid, employment index, US construction spending, and then new order index as well, all at 10 a.m. 10:30 a.m. EIA crude oil inventories. 11 a.m. US House Democrats press conference. Yeah, that goes. 12:15 p.m. Fed Barkin speaking. 1 p.m. White House press briefing with Caroline Leavitt. I haven't seen one of those in quite a while, a couple weeks. And then after market, Trump signing executive orders at 4:30. Expect him to be a little late, probably push it off to 5 again. Told you guys. Trump signing executive orders yesterday at 3 p.m. He never does it. He pushes it off till power hour's done. He started that meeting at around 5. Well, that's interesting. We have a bunch of news to go through. Let's start here. Next round of Russia-U.S. talks to take place by the end of autumn. Russia is still waiting for Trump's reaction to Moscow's proposal on a new START treaty. Trump issues an executive order on September 29th on Qatari security. Executive order regards an attack on Qatar as a threat to the U.S. Now, look at this. Traders add to bets on 2 more Fed rate cuts this year. Why did they do that? Because of this right here, the U.S. ADP employment change being negative. That's why this news on October 3rd is going to be very crucial. U.S. unemployment rate, U.S. non-farm payrolls, U.S. private payrolls, U.S. manufacturing payrolls, U.S. government payrolls. I mean, this is going to be crucial. This will decide if we get a rate cut or not. And possibly more. Rate cuts mean market goes up. Most of the time. I mean, if we get insane news to combat that. U.S. governmental shutdown. U.S. data may be affected. Treasuries climbed after ADP and employment data fell in September, reinforcing expectations of a rate cut later this month. Equity futures slipped as a governmental shutdown started. Yeah. Qualcomm shifts flag. All right. Let's get into the Europe, Asia, and yesterday's market synopsis to the U.S. Europe markets today. European markets open mixed amid the U.S. government shutdown, with the FTSE 100 hitting a record high, while major indices like the DAX, CAC 40 showed modest gains despite global uncertainties. Investors' sentiment remains resilient, focusing on interest rate policies and trade tensions. Asian market synopsis for today. Asian shares traded mixed as investors largely shrugged off the U.S. Government shutdown, with volatility in opening and Chinese markets closed for the holiday. Nikkei weakened while Kospi gained amid broader economic headwinds and oil price drops. Now let's get into the U.S. yesterday market synopsis. U.S. stocks advanced on September 30th yesterday, with the Dow closing at a fresh record and the S&P 500 posting its best September in 15 years amid shutdown anticipation. Gains came in late spurt, driven by consumer confidence data and monthly winning streak. That is the Asia, Europe, and yesterday market synopsis. We don't have anything from Trump here. Feel like I'm missing something. I believe I already addressed it, but yesterday Pete Hegseth and Trump, I believe I already said it. They put really strict back to the top highest male standard, back into the military. No T people, no, none of that nonsense. Just a very, and then they switched it from Department of Defense to Department of War. I think we're slowly gearing up for a potentiality of a military conflict. And then also he said he moved, Trump in the speech said he moved 2 nuclear submarines because Russia was constantly throwing out there. So he moved 2 nuclear submarines closer to Russia. So we're just slowly edging closer and closer. And we're definitely preparing for it, which is not a good thing. We do not want that. But that's something to keep in mind. I think we're all caught up. Let's do some synopsis, do some market analyzation. Good morning, chat. Chaos. What consequences does the shutdown have on the market? I haven't really traded much of those, to be honest, but I heard from Trump yesterday that they can do some irreversible stuff with them. He said they can cut some departments. He can also do some benefit cutting, which he doesn't want to do, and he can also lay people off. Good morning, Maddie. Good morning. Honestly, don't think the war conflicts have an impact on the market at the moment. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. Crazy news pops off. They absolutely will. News is king. I'm liking how much crypto's up today, though. I am liking that. Also, silver is climbing nicely. Probably be at 52 if it just keeps this pace in like a week. Maybe less. Alright, so let's look at this real quick before we market begins in 9 minutes. If you guys are new here, smash that like button, follow the channel, subscribe. We're live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST trading the market. Go here. So, market starts, wakes up, scalps this immediately, just liquidity sweeping. Liquidity sweeping this bottom, liquidity sweeping this, getting the longs out, getting the shorts out, and then it liquidity sweeps all the longs out again down here, then the shorts as well, and then a lot of people are shorting. Most took profit here, longing. So I think they're gonna want to liquidity sweep at least this. At least this level, 24,717. But I think the market is overall gonna let's look at your guys' poll actually. Down, short, up, long. Interesting. Up. So it's kind of 50-50. Alright. Alrighty. What I would like to see. Where's this low at? 1920. Okay. I want them to swipe this low. I want them to swipe all this. All the liquidity. Maybe even come down here. 24,700 to 24,720. I want to see them wick down to start. If possible. If not, they're going to wick up to the 100 MA. Which is at 24,813. Possibly even this support line right here. 24,820, and then test this trend line, maybe get a little bounce, and then wick it down, liquidity sweep this bottom. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for them to liquidity sweep this bottom, and then I'm probably just going to bet on longs the rest of the day. We're probably going to prop up them that negative jobs data. Now it depends. We have a lot of stuff on the docket. If that turns the tide around, we'll have to be adaptive to the market as usual. Market begins in 6 minutes. But that's kind of what I'm going to look for. I'm going to see if we're going to start early for today. Because you could have people shorting, right? Unexperienced people shorting right here on the negative ADP data. Not knowing that negative data is actually a bullish sign for the market. Only because the Fed will most likely cut and stick to their 2 interest rate plan. Now that will be determined obviously when other jobs data reports come out October 3rd, etc. So I think they may want to liquidity sweep these guys out first and go here to the 24,820, tap the 100 MA, and then fight around this trend line, wake down, liquidity sweep the 24,720 area, and then probably V-shape recover. But it also could be a consolidation type of day, so they may get stuck under this trend line. But I'm going to position bullish depending on what it does. I may start early short, but I'd rather be in bullish. Rather be on the long side today. But I am eyeing that liquidity sweep 60 points lower. Remember, we are gapped down 120 points. 120 points. Yesterday's close at 24,901. We'll see. We'll see. Good morning, Norman. Good morning, good morning, morning. Now let's hope for positive news. Yeah. Remember, we have a lot of news stacked up today. 9:45 a.m. US S&P manufacturing PMI. Then 10 a.m. we have a smattering of news. US ISM manufacturing PMI all at 10 a.m. US House Speaker Johnson speaking. US ISM MFG prices paid, employment index, new order index, and then US construction spending. So there's a lot of news in the first 30 minutes of the market. After that, it's pretty chill for the, so probably volatility will probably die around 11:30 to 12:30 today. If I had to guess. It is a Wednesday, so it should prop up a little bit. Checking if Trump tweeted anything before market begins. 4 minutes, chat. 4 minutes. Trump retweeted trade deficit plummets 42.9% in second quarter under Trump's reciprocal tariffs. So he is active. To start, we're kind of losing that trend line. Let's get the VWAP updated. VWAP on the NQ 30-minute chart at 24,757. Dead on it. Dead on it. All right. ES coming down, testing the 2-hour SMA, still above the VWAP though. What is NVIDIA? Let's look at this before market begins. We have 3 minutes. Let's check it out. NVIDIA's gapped up. Tesla at close basically. Google gapped down a little bit. Amazon gapped down a little bit. Microsoft up a little bit. Meta gapped down a little bit. Apple at close. Netflix gapped down. MicroStrategy above, close a little bit. Palantir above, close a little bit. Alibaba at close. GameStop at close. Costco a little above. AMD a little below. QCOM a little up. Adobe pretty significantly gapped down. It's pretty what's Robinhood at? Robinhood gapped up a little bit. Alrighty. Alright, begins in 2 minutes, chat. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Make sure you guys finalize your votes in the poll. Do you think the market's gonna go up? Do you think it's gonna go down? Vote in the poll, vote in the poll, vote in the poll. Vote, vote, vote. Let's get this ready. We have a lot of trend lines on the chart. We are in a long-term downtrend, but we're in a short-term uptrend right here. Long-term downtrend, short-term uptrend. Let's see. All right, 1 minute, chat. 1 minute, 1 minute. Finalize your votes. Finalize your votes, chat. All right. Minutes. Hopefully you guys are ready. See what this market can do. Let's see, 1 minute away. Make sure you guys smash that like button, follow the channel, and subscribe. We're live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST. Smash that like button. Also, check out the merch. No missed opportunities. There are no missed opportunities, only the next. Link is pinned to the chat and also first link below. Check out the merch. Merch. Alright, let's get it. 30 seconds. I wouldn't mind if they wicked this down, liquidity sweep the 24,720 and then ran it up. Because a lot of people are going to read that data wrong. Wouldn't mind it. Alright, 2, 1, market is open. All right. Nvidia starting 0.5% down. Tesla starting up 0.2%. Google starting down 1.5%. Amazon starting down 1%. Microsoft starting down 0.8%. Meta starting down 2.1%. We're wicking down, testing the NQ 30-minute VWAP 200 SMA falling below. We're going to get that liquidity sweep to 24,719 early. ES is trying to climb. ES futures, SP 500 futures are above the VWAP, testing the 200 SMA. Apple is up 0.25%. MicroStrategy up 2.1%. Netflix down 2.6%. Palantir down 0.2%. Alibaba up 0.5%. Avgo down 1.4%. Voyager Technologies, ES is holding above the VWAP for now. And Q trying to fall below that trend line. ES climbing. Nvidia coming down. Alright, we're wicking up hard. Very nice wick. Very nice. Alright, get to that 100 MA. That would be beautiful. Very nice. Almost tapped the 100 MA. Close enough. Coincides with that pivot point as well. 24,812. Big, massive wick. See, a lot of people betting on that news. So what do? Wick it up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, they tapped the 100 MA. Nvidia now down 0.6%. Palantir coming down. What they want to do. We're above the 21-day exponential moving average on the NQ 5-minute chart as well. Maybe one more leg up. Palantir is coming down. Palantir is now down 1%. Alibaba 1%. The Dow Jones is down 0.1%. Beautiful. It's hitting that support line. Top of the trend line is there as well. The resistance trend line. Pre-market high is at 24,876. I don't think they'll do that this early. But stranger things have happened. Alright. ES is trying to pull back. Let's see. Nvidia is starting to come up a bit. Palantir is starting to come up a bit. What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's coming down a bit. GameStop flipping red. Alibaba coming up. I'll be in with one short. I'll go against this right now. They could just continue to rip this up. Remember, that is positive news. But I think a lot of positions need to be liquidated to the downside. Could be wrong. That's why I'm only starting with one. So far, they're wicking up. Palantir is coming down quite significantly. The video is starting to come down. Should be able to ride this for 100 points. Pretty fast too. Let's see what this has. Gonna get hung up at like 24,782 though. That's gonna be a problem. Ultimately, I think it does get here. Go here.
Order submitted.
Let's go for the full 9 bolts. Gonna take some time, I'm sure. Remember, we have a lot of news on the docket. 10 minutes away is 9:45 a.m. US S&P manufacturing PMI. Also 10 a.m. US ISM manufacturing PMI and a lot of other stuff. 15-minute opening range closes in 10 minutes as well. This is probably going to be a battle, chat. Let me look at the higher time frames while I'm in here, making sure I'm not doing anything too crazy. We need Nvidia to keep profit down. Bitcoin's coming up. That's not good. Could be against too strong of a monster. Find out very quick. Alright, let's find out. Nvidia coming lower. Amazon trying to flip green. That's interesting. Tesla now up 0.2%. Apple now up 1.5%. Alibaba up 1.3%. MicroStrategy up 3.8%. AMD flipping red. Interesting. We want to see it fall below that trend line, fall below that pivot point, 24,812, which is also the 100 MA. You got to be a little crazy to short here. This is against a lot, but I am pretty crazy. Maybe a dumb question new to all this, but is this the same as what stocks are in Cash App? I mean, technically, yes, but I would definitely not be trading in Cash App. But I mean, you are buying these. Depending, you know, Nvidia, Tesla, Google stock. ES is ripping up. Ripping up. Wrong today. Have to be right. Don't have to be right. I'm gonna be watching for consolidation here. This could consolidate, and it could just be a leg up, consolidation, leg up, consolidation. I don't want that to happen. They have a lot of stuff to liquidate down below, so it shouldn't happen. But that negative jobs data means that people are pricing into rate cuts, especially more advanced traders. So they may just continue to prop this up, because most traders are thinking this is negative news. So I do see that side of it. So I could be wrong. It is below that trend line, but it's kind of looking like it's gearing up to go. Nvidia now down 0.9%. Amazon back red, 0.25%. Bitcoin come down slightly. Has the cards. We need the ES to start propping down. Remember, we are gapped down 80 points. Yesterday's close at 24,901. We are gapped down 70 points currently. We want a flush. We want a flush. Man, the ES is just rocket shipping. I do not think we're going to get at this pace. Does make sense. 1, 2. ES is really going. Not good. Not good. You notice the Nasdaq is kind of consolidating here. It's kind of what we're not looking for. Leg up consolidation, leg up consolidation. That's not what we want. Come on. Bitcoin's coming down. That's good. We need Palantir to keep coming down and Nvidia to keep coming down. Come on. Coming. It needs to fall. 15-minute opening range closes in 4 minutes. We have news in 4 minutes as well. US S&P manufacturing PMI. It is red flash news. And this could be insider info. It could wick all the way up to the pre-market high with this news. I would like it to make this move within 3 minutes before that news, but may not. We're breaking that pivot point. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Bouncing off the 100 MA on the 30-minute chart. So it's going to hesitate a bit here. But as long as it breaks within like 1 to 2 minutes, we're good. Nvidia is now down 1.1%. That's great. We need Palantir to stop ticking up and come down. Would be great. Meta is now down 2.1%. Netflix is down 2.4%. Alibaba's even ticking down a bit. GameStop back to green. Bitcoin's coming down, so ES should come down. Not always, but the Bitcoin and ES futures love to mirror each other. Not always, but it is a pattern. Don't like that. I'm not going to make it this one easy. One, two. All right, 2 minutes chat, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes till red flash news. Be very careful. It is very high risk. Do you also trade US 300? No, only US 100 for now. The Nasdaq future indices, aka US 100. Make sure you guys smash that like button, follow the channel, and subscribe. We are live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST trading the market. Also, check out the merch. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. Link is below and pinned to the chat as well. This one's going to be a battle, and I don't like it. Has good probabilities. I don't like it. News in 1 minute. That's a high or low. Alt great. This could send us straight to the pre-market high. I want a lower high here, but they're probably going to liquidity sweep the highs here, which is not good. This news coming out in 30 seconds could easily send us to the high. High at pre-market at 24,876, which is also, it will tap a trend line as well. I don't like that, but we're going to get some cojones and hold our conviction. The VIX volatility index is at 16.45, down 1%. News just dropped. Come on, create a lower high. ATR, average true range is at 17.74. It creates a lower high here. We are looking good. Come on. Come on. Alright, the RSI, Relative Strength Index, and the ES did just break through the MA. So we have a chance to go down. NQ just create a lower high. Come on, get through the pivot point. That pivot point also coincides with the US NQ 30-minute chart, 100 MA. Come on, break it, break it, break it. It needs to break that 20 MA on the NQ 2-minute chart as well. ES is starting to come down a bit. Come on. MicroStrategy up 5% because Bitcoin's up 2.2%. Doing very well. Might be too strong today. Maybe too strong today. Alright, we'll go risk off.
Order submitted.
Break even. It either goes here or doesn't. I'm not going to continue messing around with it. It should move, but we're going to go risk off. It shouldn't get above that 100 MA again. Definitely not to our position. If it does, it's likely going up. Amazon flipping green. Palantir close to flipping green. We may just have to join it, even though I don't want to. Give it a shot. That's just a bounce on the 20 MA. As long as it stays below that 100 MA, which should be good. Palantir is now green, not good. Bitcoin straight back up. Should liquidate to that 20 MA on the NQ 5-minute chart at least. Bitcoin coming back down. Palantir about to flip red again. Oh, that would be beautiful. Come on. Come on, give me my 100 points, Nasdaq. Give me my 100 points, sir. Give me my 100 points, sir. Not many people shorted where we shorted, by the way. Very select few. Very select few. Come on. Give me my 100 points in Nasdaq. Give it to me, sir. Give it to me, sir. We're up 30 points currently. But I am not satisfied. Never. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Debating whether or not to cut it. Trying to see what Palantir does here. That'll really decide it for me. Should work out. Palantir coming down. Alright. Alright. ES wicking down hard. I'm out there. Out for 1,000. Good. Good, 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 good. Probably could have held full conviction. I'm not going to after that liquidity sweep. I'm just not going to do it. Palantir now flipping red. If you're still in short, it looks good. But I have to get out on the liquidity sweep. I'm not going to keep holding against it. I am bullish for today overall. I'm not going to continue to hold that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very good. One con, $1,000. What was that? 40, 50 points. Good enough. It will probably go straight to where I want it. 24,718. But I'm not going to hold for it. After a liquidity sweeps like that, I have a rule. I have to close it. Most of the time. ES tapping the VWAP to our SMA 100 MA, getting below all of them right now. Beautiful. So our read on the market today is mint. There it goes. Come on, liquidity sweep that bottom. 24,720. Get to it. Our TP was at 24,718. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Should get there. ES is below the VWAP. Should have one more couple of legs down. I mean, if they really want to get crazy, they will liquidity sweep the 24,633 area. I don't quite think so, but they should have one more leg down. They didn't liquidity sweep this yet. 24,720. Boom. Where do you think I should start then? I'm creating a simulator VX that will I'll start putting out there. It's not going to be done for a couple weeks, but if you want more insight into it, I showed it off near the start of last stream. I don't have it pulled up, and I'm not going to this stream, but if you are interested, go to yesterday's stream at close to the beginning, around 9:10, 9:20. I showed it about 10 to 20 minutes into the stream. So if you want to look at it, see it, it is there. Emmanuel. CA, what's up? What do you say is the best brokerage to start with? Probably NinjaTrader. They have the best margin. $500 for one real contract. Okay, or what to start trading on? It's really up to you, CA. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say or do is financial advice. It's for entertainment, educational purpose only. You need to hold your own conviction, hold your own belief, don't FOMO, don't overtrade, and there are no missed opportunities. Only next one, merch. But Webull is good for mobile. I don't like Robinhood because what they did to AMC, they stopped the short squeeze. So I say no to Robinhood, even though they are getting better and they're offering a lot more just software, and it's coming up, but I'll still never use Robinhood because of that. Fidelity is good, but the best bang for your buck, best margin if you're going to trade futures is NinjaTrader at $500 per one mini. US S&P manufacturing PMI final came in as expected at 52, and it was expected to be 52. So good. We have news in 8 minutes, chat. News in 8 minutes. US ISM manufacturing PMI. Also US House Speaker Johnson speaking, and a lot of other news along with that. US ISM MFG prices paid, employment index, new order index, and then 10:30 a.m. EIA crude oil inventories, and then 11 a.m. US House Democrats press conference, 12:15 p.m. Fed market speaking, White House press briefing with Caroline Leavitt at 1, and then Trump signing executive orders after market. We probably have one more leg down here. I really don't want to enter until it does it. We are above the 2-hour SMA, above the VWAP, but it just doesn't make sense for it to bounce there. It could. Again, I am bullish today. ES is back above the VWAP, 2-hour SMA, 100 MA. And it's looking like it wants a prop, but I'm not going to tell you just yet. It's also, it has to battle at this trend line. Remember that. It has this trend line right here. It's testing it now. I want to see it flush this. A lot of people put their stops here and it did not liquidate them just yet. So I want to see it going. They probably did this just to fake more longs in, and then they're going to sweep them out, stop them. Since most people won't be scalping. Probably what's going to happen. Nvidia is now down 1.1%. Palantir flipping red. We're tapping the 21-day exponential moving average on the NQ 5-minute chart if you look above the camera. If you're on the regular YouTube stream or any other platform besides YouTube Shorts. We are above the NQ 30-minute VWAP value weighted average price and 200-day simple moving average. Let me look at the larger time frames. It could very well bounce there. It just doesn't make sense for the market makers. I mean, they need that liquidity. To be fair, a lot of people were longing into the potentiality of the pre-market high being swiped in yesterday's close. So I do see that. Pre-market high, 24,876. And then a lot of people were longing for the just the volatility wick up to the pre-market, up to the close of yesterday at 24,901. So they did get a lot of liquidity on that. It just makes more sense if they wick it down a little further. To be fair, most people may have moved their stop. May have got it. I'm gonna say no for now, but they may have got it. News in 4 minutes, chat. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Very careful. Very, very careful. We're about to test the US NQ 30-minute MA 100-day moving average. We're about to test that. It also coincides with this pivot point, 24,812. Bitcoin coming up quite significantly. Bitcoin is now at 2.4% up. Very nice. Testing 100 May. We would have been in that. 4 points off. Nvidia is still down 1.2%. Palantir flipping red and green, but currently red 0.1%. MicroStrategy up 5.3%. Meta is down 3%. Google down 1%. Amazon down 0.4%. Microsoft down 1%. Meta down 3%. Alibaba up 0.4%, giving away some of the gains. GameStop up 0.5%. Costco down 0.75%. AFGO down 0.75% as well. AMD up 0.6%. That is a lower high. Man, I'd be very surprised if they didn't swipe that. Very surprised if they don't come down to 24,718 at least. We are above the 21-day exponential moving average on the NQ 5-minute chart. We're back above the trend line. NQ and ES did create lower highs. I mean, a bullish news like this, they need liquidity to prop this up. I mean, we probably will end up at the gap today. 24,901. They should swipe this down one more time. And I'm even unsure if they want to swipe to the lows. Low pre-market at like 24,633. I think it's too bullish for that, but wouldn't exactly surprise me. Italy budget draft puts deficit at 3% EU limit already in 2025. 20 seconds. If you are in a trade, 20 seconds till news. This is the amalgamation of news. US ISM manufacturing prices paid, employment index, new order index, and ISM manufacturing PMI. Let's go. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. News just dropped. All right, we're wicking down. Come on, a little more wick. Come down. Wick down the 2-hour SMA and the VWAP. Nvidia now down 1.25%. Palantir flipping red. US ISM manufacturing PMI, a little negative, not really. Came in at 49.1, expect to be 49. So a little negative. A little positive, excuse me, a little positive. New order index came in negative. Employment index came in positive for the ISM MFG. Prices paid came in negative. Next news on the docket is in 30 minutes. EIA crude oil inventories. That is red flash news. Usually doesn't affect the market too much. Bitcoin trying to come up. I just don't see a world where they don't swipe this. Problem is, they're above a lot right now. ES is above the VWAP, 200 SMA, 100 MA. NQ is currently above that trend line. The VWAP, 200 SMA. Also, Bitcoin's coming up. About to test 100 MA again. Also, the relative strength index is above the MA as well on the ES. If it gets below that 20 MA, I'm gonna go for it. So far, it's above that 20 MA on the NQ 30 minute, NQ 5 minute chart, excuse me. Amazon close to flipping green. Palantir now up 0.2%. Nvidia coming up, now down 1%. Bitcoin coming up quite substantially. Bitcoin now up 2.7%. This is probably the boomerang. I'm starting to get the picture that I'm wrong. Perhaps. The day candle kind of needs a top wick. We're above the 100 MA, above that pivot point, which coincides with the 100 MA. It's 24,812. AMD now up 1%. Is it really going to prop there? I mean, I'm not overly bearish, but I'm very surprised they didn't liquidity sweep that area. Very surprised. Let's go here. Man, as long as we remain above that 20 EMA, also the ES is above the VWAP 200 SMA, but NQ 30 minute 21 EMA, NQ 5 minute 20 EMA. I don't know why I keep saying that. The 21 EMA on the NQ 5 minute chart, if we remain above that, probably going to position bullish. This pre-market high. Even though I really wanted them to swipe that. If you're trading with take profit account, how long do you have to wait until you can trade before and after news? 1 minute. Unless it changed, but I didn't see it. 1 minute before and after. Matty G. Only if funded. You can trade whatever you want on eval. But double check everything. Don't just go off of what I say. Matty G. Hey, I had to use the bathroom, so can you explain the news trading again if you already did? What's up, Bonnie? What's up, M? What would you say is the best broker to start with? I already did that. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Let's get in some new polls. Let's do this thing. Vote in the polls, vote in the polls, vote in the polls. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? Profitable, negative, or learning? Vote in the polls. What time you start trading? Lenroy. I start trading at 9:30 a.m. EST. I've been starting the stream a little early at 9 a.m. just to get some pre-market analysis going on, etc., etc. But 9:30 a.m. is when I begin trading, when market opens. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Alright, this is going higher, consolidating, going higher, consolidating. I really don't want to join it until it swipes that, but my liquidity sweep level could have been wrong. Someone's getting fired. Whoever that market maker was. If they don't swipe it down here, someone is getting toasted. Appreciate it, Lemroy. If you guys are new here, smash that like button, follow the channel, and subscribe. Again, we are live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST. Also, check out the merch. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. Link is pinned to the chat. Also, first link in the description. Check it out, check it out, check it out. 100% cotton, by the way. By the way, I made sure it was something I wanted to wear. And I only wear pretty much 100% cotton. Man, this is a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie. 18 minutes till we got news again. 10:30 a.m. EIA crude oil inventories. Not going to be that significant news. We also have 11 a.m. U.S. House Democrats press conference. 12:15 Fed Barkin speaking. Then 1 p.m. White House press briefing with Caroline Leavitt. Ay, ay, ay. Probabilities of it happening are coming lower and lower. It's probably just going to continue up. Which is very annoying. Very annoying, I might add. They couldn't have just swiped it 4 more points and did the actual liquidity sweep. I mean, this way, if they do it now, I mean, they will build massive liquidity for this up move, and it will be, I mean, it's probably going in that trend line up there. Maybe even that pivot point. Definitely getting the gap if they do it. Gap fill, remember, we are still gap down 70 points from yesterday's close. 24,901. Yeah, if they do that, they're building massive liquidity. They just have so much to get through, and I'm overall bullish. I am, though it may not seem like it. I just know what they want to do. And the reason I'm bullish is because negative jobs data, I mean, we'll really know October 3rd when the real job data kicks in. But negative US ADP employment change is very good for the Fed potentially cutting rates. The probabilities just keep ticking up and up and up the more negative jobs data ticks in. So there are 2 extra rate cuts. If that comes to fruition, this market will be at all-time highs very quickly. And traders are already pricing that in. That's why I'm bullish. But I know that, and I know how the market wants to respond to that. And that's why I secured the 50 points. Should have been 100 points. Didn't hold full conviction. I'm glad I didn't, because they were 4 points away from the TP. I probably would have taken it earlier, but could have held conviction a little longer, to be fair. But that liquidity sweep, I kind of have a rule. I got to take it. Oh, it is what it is. Probably start gapped up tomorrow if nothing crazy happens in the Caroline Leavitt press briefing with the Trump, etc., etc. I heard they're getting closer and closer to a ceasefire deal with Gaza. Gaza is basically going to have a security council governing it, led by the U.S. and Muslim leaders. That's what I've heard. Might not be correct. That's what I've heard. Bitcoin is now up 2.8%. Pounds here up 0.5%. MicroStrategy almost up 6% for today. Crazy. Alibaba up 0.7%. GameStop up 0.7%. Amazon up 0.1%. Google taking lower, down 1.1%. Nvidia down 0.75%. Tesla up 1.2%. Meta down 3%. Netflix down 2%. Robinhood is down 1.25%. Voyager Technologies is down 0.7%. Adobe is down 2.3%. QCOM is down 0.15%. And AMD, if I haven't said it already, is up 1.2%. The longs have better probabilities right now. I'm not willing to take it though. I'm also not willing to take a short at this level either. We're kind of in limbo. I do see Nvidia trying to tick lower. Palantir coming down a bit. Amazon close to flipping red. The Dow Jones is only down 0.05%. The Russell 2000 is only down 0.1%. The VIX volatility index is at 16.5, up 1.5% for the day. The volatility is surmising. Average true range is coming down a little bit. It's at 23.3 now. So volatility is surmising a little bit. This could just be a grind up to the pre-market high. It would be super annoying. And someone's getting the boot, or they're doing this on purpose. Probably doing it on purpose. At this point, they're going to liquidity sweep that high. That could push us to the pre-market high at 24,876. That would coincide with this trend line as well. Top trend line. I'll probably take a short there. Maybe a step above that. What is that price? Probably gonna swipe that a little bit. Not go here, At that point, they may just go for the gap. I'll try one there. Alright, we liquidity sweep that high. We're gunning for the pre-market high. Palantir now up 0.6%. Bitcoin now up 3%. What is silver at? Silver's coming up. Silver's now at $47.65. Up 2% for the day. Gold is up 0.65% for the day. This is going to be a very high risk short, so I'm going to do it with a very low value count. That going. All right. Probabilities are definitely going to be stacked against this one. But I will do it regardless, not just yet. There we go. Looking for one liquidity sweep up. Full round above that trend line a little bit and then come. Probably swipe the high on the ES. So far, V-shape recovery probably could be a U-shape. We're gonna need to build some more liquidity before that gap. Unless some crazy news pops off. 10 minutes till the EIA crude inventories. That's not really gonna do it. Bitcoin is coming down slightly. Palantir holding 0.4% up. Nvidia now only down 0.6%. Alright. I want to see the NQ come right here. Let's see. What's that 15-minute orb? Got above that. Bottom. Alright. ES swiping that high. NQ tapping that trend line.
Order.
I'll be in with one short. This is a high risk, so this is going to be a very low value count. At this point, they're only 25 points away from swiping the gap. Yesterday's gap is at 24,900 and 25 points away. Bitcoin slightly coming down. They're swiping up. Gap's right here. I'm going to be taking it at this high 15-minute top orb. If it can swipe down to it. Only looking to ride about 40 points. Come on. Swipe it down. We're against a lot. That's why I switched to a low value count. We're against too much. Too much, too much, too much. Swipe it down. I'll swipe it down. I'll swipe it down. I'll swipe it down.
Order
Right there,
submitted.
swipe it down. Swipe it down. Palantir is now up 0.9%. We need Palantir to take down ES to get below the MA, the RSI. It could very easily just continue Populous to the gap fill at 24,901. Very easy. Very easy. Alright, they're going for one more run. Video. Taking down a little bit. Palantir taking down a little bit. Come on, swipe it down. No, you want to. You need the liquidity. You need the liquidity, sir. Swipe her down. Doesn't have to, chat. We have news in 6 minutes. Should do it before that. Swipe her down. Swipe her, swipe it. It's only 20 points down from here. ES having a little bounce off that main side of the RSI. Bitcoin's still taking down a bit. We need Nvidia prop down. We need Palantir to come down. We may be going to the gap. Could be going to the gap right here. I'm positioned and saying no, but it very well could happen. Remember, the 2 interest rate being cut. Potentiality is good. Negative jobs data, so it could very well come to fruition. Palantir is now up 1.1%. I think we're heading to the gap. We're breaking out that trend line. Bitcoin coming up. We're gonna be against the chat. I don't want it to go much higher than that. I'd rather not touch the gap before it makes a move. If it does, then we'll be taking TP a little higher. Kind of has the potential to be blown as well. Oh, beautiful move by the ES. Beautiful. Come on. Make the move. Come on, you have it. You have it, sir. Break it back down. Problem is, Palantir is very strong right now. That is the issue. This is annoying. We're most likely going to the gap, which is very annoying. But gap fill yesterday's close at 24,901. 19 points up. Bitcoin is trying to break down. The problem is Nvidia is very close to flipping green. And once that happens, yep, we're going through the gap. Come on, surprise me and say no. Really up to Nvidia right now. If Nvidia flips green, this is going. One point away, 1 point away. 10 points away. 10 points away from the NQ gap. ES is 7 points away. Oh, Nvidia starting to prop down. Come on. They're 10 points away from the gap. They're probably going to do it. And Nvidia is going to be green, so they could very easily come up to this pivot point, 24,930. Very easily do it. And they are positioning. On Nvidia fall. Amazon flipping red. I like that. On. You know you want to. You're gonna continue up, but just one little fall. Just liquidate a little bit, sir. Little bit, sir. Little liquidation, sir. Shot. Crypto and fear greed index came out 49 of 100 neutral. Fear and greed index for the stock market came out 50 out of 100 neutral. News just happened. EIA crude oil inventories just popped in. Just popped in. I got it now. Appreciate it, Matty. Todd said I'm channeling my inner gapper and see 24,915-ish, then flush back down. Boom, away Nasdaq. We'll see. What's your TP on it? The TP is at 24,848.3, but when it flushes the high, the gap fill, it'll probably move. Blah. What's up, Tao? What's up, Ramon? It's bullish. Wait for rejection. I think it's penetrate. Gap for sure. Strong bullish reward. Me a money if I correct. Me oh my. Me oh my. Me oh my. Make sure you guys finalize your votes in the YouTube poll. Finalize your votes. Finalize your votes. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? What are you? Did we hit oof. We crushed it today in subs. Crushed it. Appreciate you guys. You're almost halfway there to 7,700 subscribers. Halfway there. Come on. Go back. back down to that top 15-minute order, please. Probabilities are edging up. EIA crude oil inventories came in negative. That just boosts more momentum for the gap being filled. Trump is not tweeting just yet. ES looking weak. Nvidia still has not flipped green, which is good for our case. Very nice. Come on. It's only 40 points. Get to it. This could be where it bounces. This is the pre-market high. Also trend line. We want a pretty substantial weight down. Pretty substantial weight down to that high over here. The top 15-minute orb. The probabilities are that this bounces and fills gap, then comes down, but we're positioned for it now. And by the time that happens, oof, it's going to be in a very scary position because Nvidia would have flipped green if it does happen, which is very scary to be against. See you, chat. Find out. Let's go into the gap. Boom, boom, boom. Nvidia is now green 0.01%. Not good. Not good at all. Tesla's up 2%. Nvidia now up 0.2%. Apple's giving away some gains. Meta down 2.5%. Alibaba now up 1.1%. This gap is calling the market's name. Yeah, it's starting to round up. We're flushing the high for today. 7 points away from the gap fill. Will we get it? I believe so. There it is. 4 points away. Alright, NQ gap. 1 point away. 1 point, and gap close. Yesterday's close at 24,901. Gap is closed. Now it may pop up to this pivot point, 24,930. Also, we got to be on the lookout. ES is 5 points away. That's why I say it may pop to the pivot point. ES is 5 points away from filling the gap. Scary territory. Scary, scary. Video is still ticking up. Palantir is starting to tick up. Alrighty. Ah, that pivot point's calling. This is gonna be a battle. Very, very big battle that we're most likely gonna lose. Because Nvidia is now up 0.5%. Bitcoin coming up. I like where the other market's at. Besides Alibaba taking up, and if Palantir starts taking up, that's gonna get out of hand pretty quick. We'll see in the next couple minutes if I add to this or not. I like the position the ES is in to fall, but I think it wants to go to the gap before it does, and it's 5 points up. Nvidia is coming down a bit, but still up 0.4%. Palantir is starting to take up a bit. MicroStrategy is still up 5%. Bitcoin coming down a bit. Yeah, I think we're going to that pivot point. Probabilities are there. Russell 2000 flipping green. UCOM flipping green. Starting to be against the monster. Well, if I don't add to this and the TP gets hit, it's 1-to-1 risk reward, which I don't care about R&R, but something to notice. Palantir coming down a bit. Bitcoin coming up. Let's see what it does. I don't want to add to it here. If we would have added it, we would be out by now, but I don't like to add here. So I'm not going to do it. And we'll just hold this one. Probably for a 1-to-1 risk reward. The ad would have worked beautifully, but I'm not going to do it. I may do it if it bounces here and creates a lower high. I may do it then. Probably not, though. Probably not until the ES flushes the gap. Which will probably be at the NQ pivot point here. Video taking up. Newbie says bye now. What's up, Amio? Mac, what's your time frame and platform you're using right now? This is NinjaTrader. Time frame, 2-minute chart, NQ 5-minute chart, NQ 30-minute chart, ES 1-minute chart. The Nasdaq or US 100, 2-minute, 5-minute, 30-minute, and then the SP 500 futures, 1-minute chart. We're in a battle. Let's see what it does here. It either props that pivot point or creates a lower high, sends it down. If it keeps liquidating, I'm fine with that too. Needs to get below that pre-market high, that trend line as well. Seven. Oh, that's a good TP. I like that TP. Alright, where are most people longed in at? People are long here, still holding the stop loss, so they're going to liquidity sweep that. Some people longed here off the top orb, so they're going to liquidity sweep that. Probably could hold this till this pivot point down there. I'm not going to, but that would be extra 40 points, 30 points. ES is gunning up for a run to the gap fill. I'd rather fall to the VWAP, but again, Nvidia's flipped green, so we're against a behemoth. We want to see a lower high here, but this could very well be the pivot point at 24,930 up here. I probably will add there. Trying to prop. Come on, Nvidia, prop down. Come on, Nvidia. Bitcoin coming out slightly. Nvidia starting to come down a bit. Come on. Come on. We're at the latter half of the day too, so this is probably going to take 15-20 minutes. Hopefully not. Would like a 10-second liquidation just straight to my TP, but world usually doesn't work that way. I'm liking the bearishness on this NQ 30-minute candle. Nvidia coming down. It's definitely in the cards. I will be cutting it no matter if it hits that TP or not once the ES taps. Probably this 100 MA. Regardless. Remember, I'm still bullish. Sadly, I didn't get to position bullish today. I didn't want to, but I probably will tomorrow. This is going to be a pivotal point right here. Hopefully not just a liquidity sweep. Most people have their stops here, so they're definitely going to liquidity sweep that. We want to see a liquidity sweep, a bounce here, a rejection, and then straight down to that trend line. That's what we're looking for. Now it's the latter half of the day. Volatility is surmising, coming down quite substantially, so could take a minute. Could take a minute. What's up, Muju? Could I just sell it? You can do whatever you want, Muj. Whatever you want. I execute newbie on the NQ 2-minute time frame. I have NQ 5-minute, NQ 30-minute, ES 1-minute. I got it now. Chat. Also, become an insider. If you want behind the scenes access, videos early, a day early before they release, etc., etc. Shorts as well. If you want the behind the scenes, some call outs I do before stream, I haven't done in a while. Also, I'm going to be posting a behind the scenes on the simulator soon. Just get an update on that. I did a lot of features over tonight, and probably will do an update maybe tomorrow morning. So if you want access to that, become an insider, join the YouTube memberships, and become an insider. Decide which tier wisely. If you don't want to do that, grab the merch. If you don't want to do that, then just like the video, smash that like button, and sub up. Completely free. That will suffice too. There are no missed opportunities. Only the next one, chat. Constant opportunities coming and going. Constant. Come on, swipe it down, swipe it down. I'll swipe it down, I'll swipe it down. Probabilities are definitely there for it to liquidity sweep that bottom. But after that, it could prop. I'm gonna bet no. I'm going to bet no. We want to see a lower higher. They're faking like it's gonna go up now. It could be real, but I say fake because Bitcoin's coming down. I mean, it could be real. Again, the NQ filled the gap. ES is yet to fill the gap. ES is 8 points away. Could be real. ES could want to fill the gap. Usually does. But I'm going to say no for now. This is a battle. Todd said 24,845. Then bounce. We shall see. Ooh, Todd's calling it. You can do it. Appreciate it, Terrible. Terrible Tim. I like that name. What's up, man? Make sure you guys finalize your votes. Finalize your votes in the chat. This will be the last trade of the day, regardless. It could keep us here all day, to be fair. I should be off by now and working on the simulator, which I made very good progress on this morning and really want to get back to. If I would have caught that long like I should have, man, they really should have liquidity sweeped that. But the fact they didn't, my target was off. While we wait, I was going for this, the liquidity sweep of this, when I guess I should have been going for here. 8 a.m., 9 a.m. I was going for the 7 a.m. one and literally missed it by 4 points, which is annoying, but there are no missed opportunities, only the next one. So what I do, I waited, stayed patient. Now I'm taking this. Should he add it to this once it swiped the high, swipe the gap fill. It's not probable for me to do it here. It's more probable for me to do it here. And even if it goes here, I probably will. We are against Nvidia though, which I do not like one bit. The ES is gunning for the gap. Not good. We're going to be on it. The fact that they didn't liquidity sweep that bottom makes me think we're going to continue down and create a lower higher. But again, I'm overall bullish, even though I'm positioned bearish right now in short. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's definitely positioning. The problem is, no people are shorting those right now. I'll be in with one more. Nvidia coming down. We need to continue seeing that. That ad was very high risk, by the way. Proper down. Bitcoin coming down. Nvidia coming down. Amazon close flipping red. We need Palantir to come down as well. Palantir is up 1.4%, starting to take down. This actually could be a 100-point run. I don't think I'm gonna do this, but I'll just have it here. I'm probably not gonna hold for that second one. I'm probably gonna cut it all at the first one, if not a little before. Do see the cards. Bitcoin coming down. Come on. Man, if Nvidia flips red. Come on, don't prop to that pivot point. Don't do it. Do not fill the ES gap just yet. Prop down to the VWAP, 100 May. We're positioning high risk here. This is a high risk and not where I want to be, but we're here. On prop down. Prop down, so ES is positioned well to go the gap. I'm betting on no. We need Bitcoin to prop down. We need Nvidia to keep propping down. We need Palantir to prop down. Alibaba's propping down. Nvidia is starting to come down a bit. So I like it. I'm starting to like it more and more. Problem is, I am overall bullish today. So I don't like this, but it's weird to say that because the only positions I've taken today are short. Short. This really showed liquidity through that bottom. But they've been a little weird today, so they may just go. The bullishness is there. It's fair, Chad, it's fair. The Supreme Court refuses to let Trump immediately oust Fed Cook. The Supreme Court is to hear arguments over Trump's bid to remove Federal Reserve Governor Cook. Google is to cut employees in its cloud division. That's good for the federal rate cut. Next news is at 11 a.m. in 4 minutes. U.S. House Democrats press briefing, press conference. And then 12:15, Fed Barkin speaking. Then 1 p.m. White House press briefing with Caroline Leavitt. Let me check for a Trump tweet. Prop down. Prop down, baby. Prop down, soda. Let me get rid of this. It's no longer valid. Let's do this. About to get to a significant trend line for short term. I need to move this for now. Go there. Trump hasn't tweeted. The U.S. Supreme Court sets oral argument on Trump's bid to remove Fed Governor Lisa Cook for January. What's up, Cot? Hello. What's up, Milad? Chris, how are you doing? How can you sit for hours? Are you doing gym? I've been working out, doing pull-ups and stuff. Are you trading micro? No, this is a mini, Norman. You can do it. I think so. Well, this is 2 minis now. The breakdown is more probable than up now, even though it may not seem like it. Gonna be a battle, and we're going to do it. ES is now only 5 points away from the gap. Gap fill at 6,738. Nvidia starting to tick up. Palantir starting to tick up. Amazon trying to flip green. Come on, Nasdaq, make the move so I can go work on the simulator, please. Make the move, make the move, make the move. By the way, you are never a hostage of your trading. I could have flipped long multiple times. Right here, I was thinking about it. Right here, I was thinking about it. Decided not to. You are not a hostage of your trading. You can constantly adapt and change as the adaptations and amalgamation of indicators come in and out. You are not a captive of your trading. A lot of people just put a contract there and just let it play out. You don't have to do that. I don't always do that. In this case, though, I'm doing that. To be fair, I'm adding to it too. ES is positioning to go to the gap. I'd rather not do that, but it's positioning. Didn't swipe this high. That's not good. It probably wants to swipe the high at 24,920. The 4-hour chart. That would make sense. The ES is gunning for the gap. We're going to be at that pivot point. Oh, that's great. Power breaking out. There's a lot of consolidation behind this as well, which means they have the liquidity to really take this out of control. Palantir now down 2%. I'm glad this is a low value count. I'm really happy I switched to that. See how it reacts to this pivot point. This. Alright, let's see if it stops at that 20 area. I don't think so. The ES gap is literally a point and a half away from being broke. Swipe that high on the 4-hour chart though. He has about to fill a gap on literally 1 point away. It's pulling back 1 point away. Are you kidding? Gap fills this purple dashed line at 6,738.75. Well, I don't mind this, but I would like to add it. Market's being very annoying today. 4 minutes away from where I would have taken it to the downside. Very annoying. And it is all on me. We need a video prop down. Bitcoin's coming down. Pounds here now up 2%. Again, we're against a behemoth. Remember that. John, appreciate the follow. Johnny, appreciate the follow. Cott, appreciate the follow. Dell, appreciate the follow. Alan, GB Gena, Huja, Cub, Alamin, Jano G, Jano Joe, Leonardo, Modern, Jesus, Locke, AB, The Intelligent. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. What's the advantage of trading futures compared to cash? Futures are just more volatile. Much. Where's your stop, bro? Stop blowing account. This isn't a way to trade. You need stops and targets. This is crazy. Well, a little crazy. Appreciate it, Ali. Stop blowing accounts. If you guys are new here, smash that like button, follow, and subscribe to the channel. We're live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST, trading the market. Well, this risk reward is going to look very ugly, but should prop down from here. Bitcoin coming lower. ES is acting like it wants to fill the gap. I mean, it's only 2 points away. I mean, it kind of had its chance. We need NQ to flip red. NQ futures to flip red. Russell 2000 is now down 0.15%. That's a higher high, higher low. Bounce all that trend line. I'm gonna remove these targets. I'm gonna just take it on the liquidity sweep down. 21 EMA is just keeps rising. 24,853. By the time it goes, just flush the gap already. Let's go. The more it does this, the more the boomerang is possible, and it goes up to that high trend line, 24,940. That's what I'd rather not happen, but it's gunning for it. Jeffrey, he obviously has a target to stop out at low, I would imagine. So yeah, there is a target. Bitcoin's probably down. That's good for us. We need Nvidia to follow. We need Palantir to follow. We need Amazon to flip back red. Alibaba already coming down a little bit. Palantir coming up. Oh, Nvidia starting to fall. A little swipe down was Nvidia. Palantir starting to come down. Alibaba starting to come down. Okay. It's about to liquidate. Well, I was about to YOLO 5, but now let's go back to 1. I like it. Come on. Come on. This is like going to be a 1-to-1 R&R if it comes to fruition. Doesn't have to. Remember, I am more bullish than bearish, even though I am positioned for it to come down. Well aware of the risk. Hopefully 6,737 holds on ES and lets it push down. True, yep. The gap fill. Yesterday's closes at 6,738. At this point, it shouldn't tap it. And if it does, we'll probably swipe up pretty hard. That will be a problem. We're breaking out of that trend line. Let me move the VWAP. Maybe we get a little more. Man, I would have looked like a absolutely fortune teller if I would add a 5. I was thinking of adding 5 on this candle right here. We'll just let it go now, obviously. We need to break through that pivot point. The trend line right here, also the pre-market high coincides with it. We need to break straight through it. Also, it's going to be interesting to see what we do at the 20 MA on the NQ5-minute chart at 24,858. That's going to be a little... That's where I'm going to debate whether or not to take it. If we don't just continue up. Which at this point I don't think will happen, but could consolidate, then make another move. What's up, introvert? This is the Nasdaq US 100. Do you think it will go down? That is where I'm positioned, KB. I'm positioned short right now. Introvert. Caroline Levitt speaking at 1 p.m. I'm hoping not to stay on stream that long. I'd rather get to the simulator, but... Do you think the markets are rigged? They're rigged in the normal sense, like they're manipulated, but if you know what the manipulation looks like, then you can play to the odds. Todd, do you think they're gonna bore us out of the market today? They might be right. Yep. Like what even happens to the market, man? Pre-Trump, it was perfect. Post-Trump, it's perfect. I love it. I love the volatility that comes in. If you don't see the fool in the markets, then you are the fool. True. Looks like I'm the fool. Food. Cal says just dump. It's tricky at the moment. Fair. Fair. But there are no missed opportunities, guys. No missed opportunities. Only the next one. Constant opportunities coming and going. No matter what. NAS 100. This is the NAS 100, US 100. Told you guys it was going to be a battle. It indeed is. Bitcoin trying to come up. Palantir is now up 2.1%. Man, they're really teasing the ES filling this gap. They really are. Really are.
Order submitted.
Bitcoin starting to come down. Palantir is starting to come down. Told you guys it was going to be a battle. It indeed is. My chart looked different. You're probably on the wrong contract. Or you're on the regular Nasdaq. This is the Nasdaq future indices. This is the Nasdaq futures. Or if you are on futures, you're on the 09-25 and you need to be on the December contracts. I'm also on the 2-minute chart, but the price should be the same. In the same trade right now, this thing needs to start pushing already. True egg. I joined it way early though. I joined all the way back here. I've been in it this whole time. Haven't liked it enough to add. Good thing is the doing well. Doing well. We already secured 150-point trade today. This is just gonna add to it. Type of 1 in chat if you think this is going up. Type of 2 if you think it's going to flush down, hit the TP. 1 if you think it's going to go up. 2 if you think it's coming down. What do you guys think? Type it in chat, type it in chat. Also, finalize your votes in the YouTube polls. Are you profitable, negative, or learning for today? Profitable, negative, or learning? Finalize your votes. Also, a new video I just posted. It just got released. If you were an insider, you would have got it a day before. I'm going to post it to chat right now. Link it to chat. Check out that video after stream preferably, but check it out, check it out. 222, Iglor Cal, KV, Taylor thinks it's going down. Todd said hopefully, true. Nothing is 100%, nothing is certain. Looks like gold and Nas both are in sync. That's not good because gold and silver are going to come up. Actually silver's coming down a bit right now, still at $47.26 an ounce. Gold is at $3,889 an ounce. The price target for silver, remember, is at 52, but that is just my guess. Remember, don't take anything I say or do as God. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say or do is financial advice. Entertainment, educational purpose only. Hold your own conviction. Trade your own strategy. And don't FOMO, don't overtrade. And there are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. Merch. No missed opportunities, chat. You think opportunity is going, you think everything's oversaturated, that's probably the perfect time to join. The Senate is now taking a procedural vote on the Democrats' continuing resolution. Needs 60 years. 60 years. Russian defense minister meets North Korean counterpart. Next news, 12:15 p.m. Fed Barkin is speaking. That's in about an hour, 50 minutes. About 50 minutes or an hour. Let's see if Trump tweeted anything. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing just yet. Trump's oddly quiet today. Russia drafts plan to seize foreign assets if the EU acts on funds. That's interesting. Remember, you know how I feel about that. I think we're positioning for a war with Russia, at least preparing heavily for it. Military standards are going up. That happened before World War I and II, I believe. Also, heavy investments in the military, which is always good. But also, Department of Defense to Department of War. I mean, we're definitely gearing up for it, which I don't like, but what's happening? I'm probably going to cut this position at the ES 100 MA. I don't want to, but it's acting way too weird, which is kind of a good thing. I won't do it if Nvidia flips red. Nvidia flips red, I'll hold. Which is gunning for it. Nvidia is now only up 0.15%. That's interesting. The Dow Jones flipped green, up 0.1%. The VIX Volatility Index is at 16.35. Up 0.4% for the day. ATR average true range is at 15, very low. I mean, you can feel that. Volatility is surmising. Has surmised. You can feel it. Russia drafts plan, blah, blah, blah. According to a source close to the government, Russia may nationalize and quickly sell off all foreign-owned assets under a new, how do I say that? Privatization mechanism in response to any European moves to seize Russian holdings abroad. President Putin signed an order on Tuesday allowing for expedited sales of state-owned assets through a special procedure. The decree is intended to accelerate the sale of various Russian and foreign companies. According to a person familiar with the situation who asked not to be identified because the information is not public, if the European Union begins seizing Russian assets, Moscow may take retaliatory measures, according to the person. Man, it cannot break through this trend line. Cannot reject it. Thankfully, Nvidia is looking like it may flip red. It's very good for us. For me. Well, I did say it was going to be a battle, and it's been a battle. Yes, it's close, flushing the gap. I could go another leg up. Nvidia close flipping red. Come on, Nvidia. Come on, Nvidia. Take us to the promised land. Straight to the VWAP. Straight to the VWAP. 21. Yeah, it's probably going to swipe the high here. Hopefully come down up the... What's the 4-hour chart looking like? Breakout. Let's swipe that high. Should come down. Alright, so we're down 40 points. This could actually be the bounce. Day chart wants to come lower. 1-hour chart wants to come lower. It's just gonna take a little more time if it's gonna happen. How long have we been in this trade? Almost an hour now. Jeez. We're getting to the longest trade I've been in on stream. This is kind of it. Venezuela oil exports surpassed 1 million BPD in September for the first time since early 2020, data shows. Alright, let's go through your guys' poll. For the YouTube, regular YouTube stream, 25% are profitable, 25% are negative, and 50% are learning. For the YouTube short stream, 34% are profitable, 15% are negative, 51% are learning. Very nice. Stair stepping up, not building small range liquidity along the way. It means to me, one big sweep up, then correct down later. Yeah, at that point though, Taylor. ES is literally 1 point away from swiping the gap fill. Remember, NQ has already swiped the gap fill. Alright, gap fill closed, only ES. NQ gap fill closed. Now, are we going to prop? Please. Please. Nvidia is so close to flipping red. It might be debating though. It's the reason I haven't cut this trade just yet. But if that thing starts ripping, I'm probably gonna cut it. It'll probably take another leg up. Straight to the top of that trend line. Will be very annoying. And they're debating it hard. Alright. What's about to happen? They're probably about to liquidity sweep these lows. A lot of people longing have already been out, but the ones still in, stop right here, stop right here. So they should liquidity sweep here. After that, it's going to be very crucial. If Nvidia did flip red. So we're in good positioning for it at least to come to this trend line and possibly back here. This is the top 15-minute orb. That is what I'm targeting. That's the first TP. So we'll see. Again, I mean, we're bullish. We're bullish. Nvidia can very easily flip back green, and we are in a world of hurt. ES wants to keep propping up. We also got a breakdown below the 20 MA on the NQ 5-minute chart. So that's going to be an objective. Nvidia back green, back red. They are fighting. ES is coming up, Bitcoin's coming up. Nvidia is negative. Thank you, 30 minutes looking bullish. That's good. Wipe up. We do not want it to get to that high. I'm debating on whether or not to put a stop loss. May just do visual. NQ turning green. Nvidia back green. Amazon back green. Bitcoin starting to come down. Come on. It's above the gap. Not good. On Nvidia. I do not want it to swipe that high, even though that's kind of what it's gearing towards. Really shouldn't. Amazon flipping red. Video's coming up. Amazon back green. So close to flipping red. Creating a W, by the way. I mean, some would consider this head and shoulders. It's also a W. This could easily boomerang. Continue up. Leg up, consolidation, leg up, consolidation. I'm giving this a couple minutes. That is it. Video's really running, giving me a run for its money.
Order failed.
I'm in with 5. Let's put the risk on. If it swipes that high, this count will be gone. Needs to get below 24,901, which is the gap fill ASAP. If it's going to prop down. MicroStrategy now up 6.3%. Nvidia flipping back and forth, green to red. We're putting our money where our mouth is today. I'll swipe the high. Account's about to be gone. Ay, ay, ay. $500 away. There's a little room for it if it wants to prop back down, but upward momentum day. Bet on a pullback. Didn't happen. 40 points. Strange. They didn't liquidity sweep any of this. It's very weird. Now we knew it was going to be up day because of the negative jobs data, which means the U.S. Federal Reserve is going to cut rates most likely. I mean, we'll really know October 3rd, like I keep saying, when the real jobs data comes in. Count's about to blow. We're just waiting for it. Nvidia is now up 0.2%. It's a going on. At least I get to go work on the simulator. That's an upside. We're an hour away from blowing. Gonna wake above the pivot point. We are going. Crazy storyline if it didn't, though. If it didn't be good a storyline. Pretty crazy. We have a trend line at 25,030 up top. I'm not gonna stick around for it to hit it. Probably trade a little bit off stream, but who knows? We may get saved by the gods. Stranger things have happened. Could go full risk. We're about to go. If we get saved, I'd be very surprised. Here we go. 300 away from blowing and gone. All right, at least we're freed. That's very annoying though. To be fair, I should if I didn't add 5 cons, we'd still be in it. Then we get to move down. I'm not going to keep betting against this though. I was thinking of adding another account. Likely to work, but I'm not going to keep doing it. Should have been on the up. Even when you read the market correct, you can execute wrong. And we executed right the first time, executed wrong the second. Is what it is. If you guys are still going to trade this, be on the lookout for the gap fill, first of all, being rejected on the ES and coming down the VWAP to our SMA, 100 MA. Also, the NQ 30-minute chart as well got above this trend line. Should have been in here. I was waiting to get in, literally 4 points away. So it is a bit annoying for today. But we did get 50 points here. Thankfully, I switched to a lower value account, but that still frustrates me immensely. If you are going to trade, be on the lookout for the NQ gap as well, a rejection here. But we have this trend line. We have this pretty good pivot point at 25,000. Psychological point at 25,000 as well. 80 points up, 75 points up. But this trend line coinciding with it as well. So be on the lookout for that. We are on a little trend here. Boom. You can actually widen it a little bit, but I'm not going to. Widen it to the highs. Wake through, wake through. What is gold at? Silver starting to tick up. That's good. Need something. Something. I'm not going to keep betting against the Fed interest rate. This can just prop up all day. If it is going to change, it didn't do it at 11:30. That's what I was betting on. It'll probably do it at 12:30, maybe 1 when Caroline Levitt starts speaking. At that point, it may just consolidate because low liquidity. Who knows, who knows, who knows? Who knows, who knows, who knows, chat? Marshall, I believe that was the longest trade on stream. Longest trade I've been on. It's close. 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Referral low going on the 2-minute candle chart, my brother. I'm literally on QQ, not even futures, and it looks the same to me. 2-minute not support in my short. Yes, I was. My man turned a 2K account into a 12K account today, getting back in the saddle. Wishing you the best, my dude. Trade on. Good job, John. You caught that long. Good stuff. Big area we're at on the Nasdaq, yesterday's highs. Hopefully it holds. Had a losing day today. To first one in around a month. Today was definitely a little weird. What's up, Tom? What's up? What's up? We scored 50 points with a higher value count, but we just blew a low value count. And I'm not happy with the execution. I should have been up here. I knew it was going to be up day, but I wanted them to swipe the 7 a.m. low. The people that had their stop loss here, they literally were a couple points off. Literally like 2 points, 3 points, 4 points off. I want them to swipe that, then I would have been in. I also could have got in on this liquidity sweep here. It was tapping the 200 SMA down here as well. Yeah. They liquidity sweep the 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I was expecting them to do the 7. All excuses though. It's a mixed bag. Mixed bag. Mixed bag. Man, Bitcoin is just skyrocketing. All right, I'm off stream for the day. I gotta go work on this simulator. Way longer stream than I wanted. Dude, I was about to say, yep. This is why you guys should not follow me. Not everything works out. You guys are going to still trade today. We do have news coming up in 30 minutes. 12:15 p.m. Fed Barkin speaking. 1 p.m. White House press briefing with Caroline Levitt. Then after market, probably it's scheduled for 4:30, but really probably 5 p.m. Trump signing executive orders. Tomorrow's data. Tomorrow. 7:30 a.m. U.S. Challenger layoffs. 8:30 a.m. U.S. initial jobless claims. U.S. continued jobless claims. At 8:30 a.m. both of those. 10 a.m. U.S. factory orders month over month. U.S. core durable goods. 10:30 a.m. Fed Logan speaking. Then EIA natural gas change at 10:30 a.m. as well. U.S. 4-week bill at 11:30 a.m. This is tomorrow. And probably Trump news as well. Russian oil exports from record points in September are up 25% month over month after drone attacks, traders, and estimates. All right. Let's check Trump news just in case for you guys still trading those. Nothing. So just be on the lookout for them points. You guys will be fine. Again, the market is bullish because the ADP and employment change came in negative, which most would assume that's negative, but actually it's positive because the federal interest rate cuts are more probable to happen, to more scheduled for this year, but that is dependent on the data. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Sour ending, but not bad. There's a decent pointer. I'm out of here. I'm going to work on the simulator. Make sure you guys persevere through resistance. Do not fear missing out. Do not fear the unknown. And there are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Smash that like button and follow. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.